Plenty of romance till I get in the bed. So I'ma get stars instead. You know it's gonna make you mad. What would I do if I didn't love you, baby? And what would I?
The desert atmosphere was already charged with anticipation, and many who were present later said the energy in the air felt almost unreal even before anything had begun. But nothing could have prepared them for what unfolded next as the lights slowly dimmed across the vast grounds of Coachella, and a low, haunting instrumental introduction rolled through the speakers, sending a ripple through the audience that quickly transformed into a growing roar, subtle at first, then rapidly intensifying, until it became deafening. And the moment Justin Bieber stepped into the spotlight to open with the first notes of Yummy, the reaction was not just excitement, but a full eruption of emotion that surged through the crowd like a wave, with attendees later explaining that it felt less like a performance beginning and more like a cultural moment exploding into existence right before their eyes. As thousands of fans who had packed tightly together raised their phones, their voices shaking with anticipation, and for many of them this was far more than just hearing a popular song performed live. It was described as the realization of a moment they had been waiting for, something that felt both deeply personal and overwhelmingly powerful at the same time. And from the second he appeared, Bieber reportedly held the audience in the palm of his hand, dressed in an outfit that observers said perfectly blended his relaxed signature style with a refined edge suited for the stage, creating a visual that was simple yet striking enough to command attention without distraction, while the stage itself was designed to reflect the emotional tone of the song, with moody lighting casting shifting shadows and a dynamic backdrop pulsing in perfect synchronization with the music, drawing the audience further into the experience with every passing second. And as he began to sing, witnesses described a noticeable transformation within the crowd, where the initial screams softened into a shared sense of awe, as if everyone collectively recognized they were witnessing something rare and unforgettable. And Bieber's vocals were widely described as raw, powerful, and filled with a vulnerability that resonated deeply, carrying far beyond the speakers and into the hearts of those present, with each note delivered with precision and each lyric expressed with a sincerity that reminded fans of the qualities that have sustained his career over the years. And as the performance continued, it became clear that Yummy, already beloved by fans, had taken on an entirely new dimension in this live setting, elevated by a rich arrangement that blended live instrumentation with subtle guitar accents, deep bass lines, and atmospheric synth layers that seemed to wrap seamlessly around his voice, creating a soundscape that felt immersive and alive, building gradually in intensity and allowing the emotion to simmer before rising into a powerful chorus that ignited the entire crowd into unified song. And sing they did, as thousands of voices echoed across the desert, forming a collective sound that attendees later said was almost overwhelming in its unity, a reminder of the unique connection that live music can create between artist and audience. And at this point, if moments like this are what you live for, consider subscribing to stay tuned for more unforgettable performances as fans wave their hands in the air, some visibly emotional with tears streaming down their faces while others jumped and shouted every word with unrestrained passion, creating a scene that felt both chaotic and beautifully synchronized. And almost instantly, clips of the performance began spreading across social media platforms, gaining traction at an astonishing pace as viewers from around the world reacted to the energy, the vocals, and the overall production, with many describing it as a defining highlight not only of the festival but of Bieber's career, while others simply called it pure magic. And within minutes, Yummy began trending globally, further amplifying the impact of the performance beyond the physical boundaries of the festival grounds. But what many observers agreed truly set this moment apart was the connection Bieber established with the audience, as between verses he paused not for dramatic effect, but seemingly to absorb the magnitude of what was happening, looking out over the vast sea of fans with an expression that conveyed genuine emotion, as though he himself was processing the significance of the moment in real time. And when he finally spoke, his words were simple yet filled with heartfelt gratitude, delivered in a tone that felt unfiltered and sincere rather than rehearsed, creating an authentic exchange between artist and audience that resonated deeply with those present. And as the song approached its climax, the stage erupted into a cascade of light that synchronized perfectly with the final chorus, elevating the energy to its peak as the crowd responded with everything they had left, their voices merging into a powerful collective anthem that seemed to echo endlessly into the night. And then, as the final note rang out, there was a brief and almost surreal moment of silence before the entire venue exploded into cheers so loud that attendees later said it felt as though the ground itself was shaking. And even after Bieber exited the stage, the energy did not dissipate but lingered in the air, with fans standing in disbelief, replaying the experience in their minds and attempting to capture what they had just witnessed, though many admitted they struggled to find the words to fully describe it. And conversations quickly spread throughout the festival grounds as people shared their reactions, each trying to articulate the impact of the performance, but often falling short, because moments like this, as many pointed out, are incredibly rare and cannot be easily defined, requiring not only talent but also timing, emotion, and an intangible connection that cannot be manufactured. And if you are enjoying these breakdowns of iconic live moments, a quick subscribe would mean you never miss the next story. And as the night continued in the desert, it became increasingly clear that this was not just another performance at Coachella, but a defining chapter in Bieber's live legacy, one that would be discussed and remembered long after the final lights of the festival faded, with many fans expressing the belief that they had witnessed something truly historic, a performance that encapsulated everything that makes live music powerful and transformative. And as the buzz continued both on the ground and online, the significance of the moment only grew, with analysts and fans alike pointing to the combination of production, vocal delivery, and emotional authenticity as the key elements that elevated it beyond expectations. And throughout the hours that followed, clips continued to circulate, drawing in viewers who had not been present and allowing them to experience a glimpse of the magic, further solidifying its place as one of the most talked about highlights of the event. And those who had been there found themselves revisiting the memory repeatedly, describing how the atmosphere, the visuals, and the sound had come together in perfect harmony to create something that felt almost cinematic in its execution. And for many, it served as a reminder of why they attend live events in the first place, seeking moments that transcend the ordinary and create lasting emotional impact. And just before we wrap this incredible story, don't forget to subscribe for more moments like this delivered straight to you. And as the desert night carried on and the festival continued with other performances, there remained an undeniable sense that something extraordinary had already taken place, setting a benchmark that would be difficult to match. And for Justin Bieber, this performance of Yummy at Coachella 2026 was widely seen as more than just a highlight. It was a statement, a reaffirmation of his ability to captivate audiences and create moments that resonate far beyond the stage, leaving an imprint that endures in the memories of those who experienced it firsthand and in the countless viewers who would later watch it unfold through their screens, ensuring that this night would remain a significant chapter in the ongoing story of his career and in the broader narrative of live music history.